Moya serving and volleying, and then that happens.
15-13.
He just didn't look for that volley whatsoever. Not a good sign. Moya made very bad contact with that smash, and I'm just beginning to wonder whether, as a clay courter essentially, he doesn't play a lot of tennis under lights. Chang just trying to will that ball in. And who knows, maybe he's having a bit of a problem with the lights. Not always easy, some players do have problems. This is what surprises me, just the routine. He's just having trouble with the routine shots. For whatever reason, it's not flowing for Carlos Moya here tonight, but he'll have to dig deep if he wants to get out of this.
Well, Chang in control all right now. He's 3-love and he's up a set and doing well.
Chang leads by 40 games.
Well, we're just wondering whether Moya is really having a lot of trouble under the lights, not having played an awful lot. Chang certainly has in America here, played in here at the US Open many times under lights. So he's very used to it, and he's playing well, Chang. You have to give him all the credit for the lead he's built up. A set and a double break, 3-love.
It's the serve that sets this point up, and Chang wisely is serving to the corners, because if you have a look at where Moya returns from, Chang not known for the power on the serve, but Moya stands well behind the baseline to return, and if anything, that opens up the angles. There's a look at the thigh pad. Chang has been complaining of a slight groin strain. Doesn't seem to be affecting him out here tonight, moving pretty nimbly.
Well, that was a gift from Moya to Chang. Very confused tennis player, Carlos Moya, at the moment. I really don't think he knows what to do here. Doesn't look like it anyway. And if he does know what to do, he's not doing it.
Game Chang. He leads by 4 games to 1.
Well, I said earlier in the telecast that I was a bit of a fan of Carlos Moya, and one of the reasons I like his game is that when he plays well, he's very good. But when he plays bad, it's usually at a pretty high level. He doesn't have too many bad matches. And in all the years I've been watching him,
15-love.
Big first serve to open up the game. In all the years I've been watching him, I haven't seen him quite struggle this badly. Just the timing on his ground shots is very poor. He's mishitting a lot of balls. Tough to know against a player the caliber of Michael Chang whether he can come back from a 6-3 4-love deficit.
40 love.
Gosh, he only just made that one. Still, he's on the scoreboard in this set, but only just. Chang leading 4-1, second set.
Chang leads by...
So a change of shirt, a bit of wrapping round a finger with a plaster, presumably for a blister, for Carlos Moya. I hope for his sake it makes a bit of difference, because he's playing well below his normal standard.
That last backhand dumped in the net, but not one ball in that rally from Moya was past the service line. And that's the worry for him here tonight. Okay, maybe he needs to get a racket strung a little looser to try and give himself a bit more. Nighttime air, always colder, much harder to generate pace, and he really seems to be, he's just not effective. There's nothing, he's not getting any help off the racket.
Lack of concentration then, not something that he is usually guilty of, Chang.
Good to see Moya trying to do something a little bit different. This time he was the aggressor. Ivan Lendl was the only player I knew that kept his strings, the same tension, everywhere he played on any different surface, whether it was Wimbledon or Roland Garros. He figured he could make the adjustment. But most players do tend to vary the string tension as they move around the world, playing under different conditions. And even at a tournament, you might start the tournament off in bright sunshine and clear conditions, and as the week goes on, it gets cloudy and humid, and your string tension will change accordingly.
Game Chang. He leads by 5 games to 1.
Well, Lendl at Wimbledon used to quite often change his, take out a new racket or a different racket with each change of balls, didn't he, every 9 games. Extraordinary. Presumably allowing for the slight relaxation of the strings during those 9 games.
Good play by Chang, and it's great to have this this theory to attack the second serve, and it's not something he does often, and yet here tonight he's executing it beautifully. Just shows you the class of the man. Technique so good on the ground shots that even though he changes his position in the court, still effective. Well, Chang, by contrast, very crisp, a good passing shot on the run.
Very good shot.
30 all.
Good footwork for the drive volley. Suddenly he's come to life. Played a couple of good points. One swallow doesn't make a summer though. Here's a point for 2-5.
Such a wise old Al, Chang. He didn't want to be out here tonight. He's carrying a few slight injuries. He didn't want to get caught in these long rallies. Any short ball, second serves included, he's all over it.
Advantage, Moya.
Never stops running, Chang. Not until the ball's bounced twice anyway, then he might stop.
Moya shaking his head. 18 unforced errors. That's sluggish from Moya. That ball was well placed, but it wasn't hit particularly hard. Moya almost stumbled getting to it, and that brings up set point. Good first volley, inches from the line, then the close. Able to put that forehand volley just about anywhere.
Yeah, well played. A sort of scoop volley there, coming slightly up and over the ball.
Advantage, Moya.
This is the reason I think Moya can be a force on faster courts. He's usually very safe off the ground, and he's got a nice ability at the net. I mean, that was a difficult volley. Look at Chang well inside the court, and we don't see where this ball finished, but he actually angled that away inside the service box. Impossible to get.
Advantage, Chang.
Well, even the Chang entourage there looking stunned at this play by Michael Chang. Set point.
Net. Second service.
Beautiful pass.
Second serve, Chang.